Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's explosive where the absurd meets the spectacular and the truth is stranger than fiction. Buckle up, because we're diving headfirst into one of the most outrageous and talked about stories in the realm of celebrity, politics, and high-stakes business today. In a segment that has left late-night audiences roaring and social media ablaze, the ever-incisive Jimmy Kimmel has taken aim at none other than former President Donald Trump, casting serious doubts on whether Trump will actually shell out his own cash to buy a Tesla. It all started when Tesla's stock began its nosedive into the abyss, a descent so dramatic that industry experts are calling it the plunge heard round the world. With Elon Musk, the enigmatic and often unpredictable titan of the electric vehicle revolution, reeling from the effects of this market turbulence, the last thing anyone expected was for Trump, a figure known as much for his bombastic campaign rhetoric as for his flair for the dramatic, to step into the fray. And yet, there he was, making grand promises and even posing for a photo op with a row of shiny Teslas lined up on the White House driveway. But did he really mean it when he said he'd buy one? That's the million-dollar, or perhaps, more accurately, the multi-billion-dollar question that Jimmy Kimmel has taken to task. In an era when the boundaries between political theater and business are increasingly blurred, the spectacle of Donald Trump, the former commander-in-chief of one of the world's most powerful nations, potentially aligning with Elon Musk's futuristic enterprise is a story that grabs your attention by the scruff of its neck. Tesla, the darling of the tech world with its sleek, eco-friendly vehicles, had been riding high on the promise of a sustainable future. But when its stock began to tank, losing more than 50% since December, the stage was set for an electrifying showdown. Imagine the scene: the White House driveway, usually a symbol of governmental gravitas, transformed into an impromptu showroom for electric dreams. The image of Trump, a man who spent his entire campaign bellowing about the shortcomings of electric cars, being courted by the very vehicles he once disparaged, is the stuff of modern legend. As cameras flashed and commentators marveled, the nation watched in disbelief. In a world where irony reigns supreme, this scenario had all the hallmarks of a dark comedy, and who better to deliver the punchlines than Jimmy Kimmel? With the precision of a master swordsman, Jimmy Kimmel unleashed a torrent of razor-sharp jokes and biting observations. The guy has spent the entire campaign screaming about how awful electric cars are, is now buying an electric car. Of course, there's no chance he will actually pay for this electric car. But why should he, when he did a big commercial for them today, absolutely free? Kimmel quipped, his tone mixing incredulity with amusement. The humor was as much a reflection of today's absurd reality as it was a pointed critique of Trump's political maneuvers. Kimmel's arsenal of zingers didn't stop there. With his trademark blend of sarcasm and wit, he recalled a legendary moment from Trump's past. "I remember the time he saved Party City by buying a kazoo, it was heroic." The comparison, as ludicrous as it was scathing, perfectly encapsulated the public's growing skepticism about Trump's sincerity and capability. In the midst of financial volatility and corporate drama, Kimmel's humor served as a cathartic release, inviting the audience to laugh at the spectacle of it all even as it unfolded in real time. But why would Trump, known for his relentless campaign rhetoric against electric vehicles, suddenly find himself in a position to endorse or even purchase a Tesla? The answer, according to Kimmel and many political pundits, lies not in genuine support for renewable energy but in the complex interplay of political theater and corporate image building. It's as if Trump's appearance with the Teslas was less about embracing a green future and more about staging a headline-grabbing moment, a free commercial that, despite its glitzy presentation, leaves many questioning the substance behind the spectacle. While the jokes were flying fast and furious, the economic realities behind the headlines were equally dramatic. Tesla's stock, a symbol of futuristic innovation and explosive growth, has been on a steep downward spiral. In one particularly jaw-dropping moment, Tesla lost more than $16 billion in a single day, a figure that dwarfs the annual earnings of countless individuals. For a company once heralded as the vanguard of clean energy and technological progress, the plunge in its stock price has sent shockwaves through Wall Street and the broader financial markets. The downturn has prompted a host of analysts and investors to re-evaluate the company's prospects. Once a darling of the tech world, Tesla now finds itself grappling with questions about its business model, production challenges, and the broader economic headwinds that are affecting markets worldwide. Yet, despite these concerns, the drama in the public sphere has shifted the focus from cold, hard numbers to a narrative of irony and contradiction. Here is a company that has become embroiled in a political spectacle where the fate of its stock is intertwined with the antics of a former president and the sardonic commentary of late-night hosts. Elon Musk, ever the maverick entrepreneur, has weathered his fair share of storms over the years. But even he might be taken aback by the surreal scene playing out on the national stage. When Musk quipped that Trump may have to fire himself, it was a statement laden with both humor and a subtle nod to the absurdity of the situation. The idea that a billionaire mogul might consider terminating the very man who has, in some circles, been credited with boosting his company's profile even if only momentarily, is emblematic of the wild, unpredictable nature of today's media landscape. In this high-stakes drama, every character plays a role that transcends simple categorization. Donald Trump, with his larger-than-life persona and penchant for bombastic statements, remains a polarizing figure in American politics. His public appearances, whether during the campaign trail or at post-presidency events, continue to generate headlines that mix awe with disbelief. In the context of the Tesla incident, Trump's actions are seen by many as emblematic of a deeper trend: the fusion of celebrity culture and political spectacle. When a former president steps into a role that resembles that of a used car salesman, smiling broadly and making grand promises without a hint of financial responsibility, the result is a narrative that is as compelling as it is contradictory. Elon Musk, for his part, embodies the modern entrepreneur, innovative, risk-taking, and often at odds with conventional wisdom. Musk's public persona is a blend of visionary idealism and eccentric behavior, making him a magnet for both admirers and critics. His role in this saga is a study in contrasts. On one hand, Musk is the architect of a technological revolution that promises to redefine transportation and energy consumption. On the other, he is caught in the crossfire of a political and media circus that often reduces him to a punchline in the ongoing debate about corporate responsibility and market volatility. Across the Atlantic, European media outlets have drawn parallels between the American drama and their own struggles with political accountability and corporate responsibility. In Asia, social media platforms are abuzz with memes and satirical commentary, as viewers grapple with the seemingly surreal nature of a former president donning the mantle of a used car salesman. This global reaction underscores a fundamental truth: in today's interconnected world, the fate of one company, one politician, or one media moment can have profound implications for how we understand power and progress on a global scale. The international fascination with the Tesla-Trump spectacle also highlights the universal appeal of satire as a means of critiquing authority. Whether in the form of biting one-liners on a late-night show or viral memes circulating on social media, humor has emerged as a powerful tool for challenging the status quo and for illuminating the contradictions that define our modern era. In a world where every public figure is under constant scrutiny, the ability to laugh at the absurdity of it all is both a coping mechanism and a form of resistance, a declaration that, despite the chaos, the human spirit remains resilient and ever adaptable. At its core, the Tesla-Trump incident is a story about the intersection of technology, politics, and pop culture, a convergence that has become increasingly emblematic of our times. Tesla, with its promise of a greener, more sustainable future, represents the cutting edge of technological innovation. Donald Trump, with his flamboyant personality and penchant for controversy, embodies the unpredictable nature of modern politics. And the late-night hosts, with their incisive humor and irreverent commentary, serve as the cultural commentators who help us make sense of it all. This convergence is not accidental. In a world where technological advancements and political shifts are reshaping every aspect of our lives, the collision of these forces is inevitable. The spectacle of a former president endorsing an electric car, a product that symbolizes progress and innovation, despite his long-held opposition to such ideas, is a poignant reminder that our society is in the midst of a profound transformation. It is a transformation that challenges old paradigms, forces us to rethink the nature of leadership and responsibility, and compels us to confront the often contradictory forces that drive our collective destiny. For many, the Tesla-Trump saga is a microcosm of the broader cultural shifts taking place in our world, a moment that encapsulates the tensions between tradition and modernity, between spectacle and substance. It is a story that forces us to ask difficult questions about who we are, what we value, and how we navigate the complexities of a rapidly changing global landscape. And in the midst of this maelstrom, the only certainty is that nothing will ever be the same again. Beyond the political machinations, economic forecasts, and media analyses, there is an emotional core to this saga that speaks to the heart of what it means to live in turbulent times. For many, the spectacle of Trump potentially endorsing a product he once derided is not merely a source of amusement, it is a symbol of the unpredictable, often chaotic nature of human existence. In a world where the forces of power and influence seem to conspire to upend our expectations at every turn, the ability to laugh in the face of absurdity becomes an act of defiance, a way of asserting our own agency in a landscape that often feels overwhelmingly out of control. Late-night hosts like Jimmy Kimmel have tapped into this emotional undercurrent, using humor to provide a much-needed respite from the relentless barrage of bad news and political turmoil. Their observations, though laced with cynicism, are ultimately a celebration of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the darkest moments, there is always room for laughter, for resilience, and for hope. Whether it's the image of Trump fumbling with the keys to a Tesla or the absurd notion that he might fire himself, these moments of levity offer a powerful counterpoint to the often grim realities of modern politics. For viewers across the nation, the Tesla-Trump episode is more than just a headline, it is a mirror reflecting our own struggles, our doubts, and our shared desire to find meaning in the madness of our times. It is a story that challenges us to look beyond the spectacle, to question the narratives that shape our world, and ultimately, to embrace the inherent unpredictability of life with a sense of humor and a spirit of defiance. As we draw this in-depth exploration of the Tesla-Trump saga to a close, one thing remains abundantly clear: we are living in extraordinary times. A time when the boundaries between politics, business, and entertainment are not just blurred, they are virtually erased. A time when the actions of a former president, the fate of a groundbreaking technology company, and the wry observations of a late-night host can combine to create a moment of cultural significance that transcends conventional narratives. Jimmy Kimmel's biting commentary, the staged spectacle on the White House driveway, and the dramatic fall of Tesla's stock are all part of a larger tapestry, a tapestry that tells the story of our modern era, where irony and reality collide in the most unexpected ways. Whether you see it as a cautionary tale about the excesses of celebrity politics or as a welcome dose of much-needed humor in a troubled world, the Tesla-Trump moment is a testament to the enduring power of satire, the transformative nature of technology, and the unpredictable forces that shape our collective destiny. In the end, as we reflect on this bizarre, fascinating, and often infuriating chapter in our national narrative, we are reminded that sometimes the only way to navigate the chaos is to laugh and to hold on to the belief that even in the most absurd moments, there is hope, there is resilience, and there is the promise of a better tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this journey through one of the most sensational and multifaceted stories of our time. As we continue to monitor the developments surrounding Tesla, Trump, and the ever-evolving landscape of modern politics, we invite you to stay tuned, stay informed, and, above all, keep your sense of humor intact. In a world where the only constant is change, let us celebrate the absurdity, embrace the unpredictability, and together, navigate the twists and turns of our shared reality. If you liked this news and want more, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with all your friends. Until next time, sensationalist family.